Today I'm going to share with you how to turn turnips into stew, plus the smoky, creamy bacon bean soup. I'll show you potato dumplings with a twist and 3 ways to serve them, as well as a creamy avocado broccoli slaw. Then it's off on a first day of spring adventure, up in beautiful Oakley, Utah, with some of my favorite YouTube friends, all right now on the Happy House. Hi guys, it's finally spring, and it's so funny that on the first day of spring this year, it snowed. So I thought I'd get one last use out of winter and make some really delicious, hearty winter meals. So today I'm going to show you how to make something that I call turnip stew, something I just created and threw together, but I took note of what I did so you can have the recipe. It was so easy, so delicious. What I love about the stew is it's the right blend of ingredients that makes the broth and the meat very savory. You just feel like you could sip it forever. And I like to top my stews the same way I top my chili, with sour cream, cheddar cheese, parsley, chives. It's so delicious. Bon appetit! We're gonna start with 2 pounds of beef and 4 tablespoons of butter in the slow cooker. Next, add about 2 cups of sliced fresh carrots. Then 1 cup of chopped sweet onion. Next, take a large turnip and chop it up. Add it to the pot. Then take 4 gold potatoes, chop those up, and add them to the pot. Next, add 1 can of stewed tomatoes. Add a can of au jus sauce or beef broth. Toss in a tablespoon of minced garlic. Add a bay leaf and salt and pepper. Adjust it to your liking. Cover it with a lid and turn your slow cooker onto high heat. Let it simmer for 3 hours, and then we're going to add the final ingredients. 2 tablespoons of sherry cooking wine or red cooking wine. Now for those of you who are unfamiliar with cooking wine, let me just tell you, you can find it on the vinegar aisle. It's usually sold with the vinegar. Be careful not to buy red wine vinegar because it's not the same. Cooking wine actually contains 50% less alcohol than what you find in vanilla extract. Your typical flavor extracts will have anywhere from 35 to 45% alcohol content, as 35% is the required minimum by the FDA. For all of it to cook out, you need to cook it for up to 3 hours. So if you prefer, you can put it in at the beginning of the recipe. And if you don't cook it out, it ends up being about 0.008 of a tablespoon in 1 serving size of stew, which means you get that rich, fruity flavor that completely enhances the stew without having to worry that it's unsafe for your children. Next, add 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Give it a stir, let it simmer a little longer, and you are ready to serve. Top with your favorite toppings and enjoy! And I was also in the mood last week to make a homemade bean and bacon soup, something I've never even tried before. Didn't think it could be that hard. I felt like I had all the ingredients for it other than the ham hock. I had to go get some ham hock. But if you love bacon and you love creamy, smoky flavors, you're really gonna love this. It's so delicious. You can't just have 1 bowl. Enjoy! Start with 4 cups of white kidney beans and 2 cups of navy beans and place them in your slow cooker. Add your ham hock and your bay leaves. Next, chop up 16 ounces of cooked bacon. Add it into the pot, and then we're going to chop up 1 yellow onion and 3 carrots. Cook them in the bacon grease until tender. Add a dash of white ground pepper and sprinkle in some sea salt. Toss it into the pot, and next we're going to cook 1 cup of diced ham. Add a tablespoon of liquid smoke and 2 tablespoons of butter. When the ham is nice and golden, add it to the pot. Next, add 32 ounces of chicken stock and 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Add a couple dashes of pepper and 2 tablespoons of white cooking wine. Give it a good stir, close the lid, turn it on to high heat, and let it simmer for about 3 hours. When ready to serve, top with chives and enjoy. Alright, I'm now going to show you a potato dumpling recipe that I put my own twist on. I love potato dumplings, but sometimes they get a little boring. They're a little too plain and simple for me. So this time I decided to stuff them with a sharp white cheddar. Fry them so they're crispy on the outside and serve them 3 different ways with 3 different kinds of sauces. This dinner was a huge hit and I'm definitely going to make them again. You know how we love good German food around here. Well, this takes dumpling to a whole new level. It's definitely comfort food, so maybe save it for a cool rainy night. But it's so simple, so filling, and so delicious. Boil and peel 6 gold potatoes. Then proceed to mash them. Next, add 1 egg and stir it into the potatoes. Add a few dashes of sea salt and a little bit of cracked pepper. Add about a ½ teaspoon of garlic powder and a tablespoon of dried chives. Mix well and then add 3 cups of white flour. Next, knead your dough together. Knead it until it becomes soft and fluffy as you pull it apart, sort of like bread. Then, roll your dough into one large ball. Take a block of Irish cheddar cheese and cut it into cubes. Take a fingerful of dough and shape it into a ping-pong size ball. Make a thumbprint and place your cube of cheese in the center. Then, roll up your dough and reshape it back into a ball. Do this until you've used up all the dough. Next, bring a pot of water to a boil and begin to drop in your dumplings. Be sure to give them a stir so they don't stick to the bottom. You'll know the dumplings are ready when they float to the surface. This takes about 2 to 3 minutes. Add 2 tablespoons of cooking oil to a frying pan. Turn on medium heat, and when the oil begins to sizzle, add your dumplings. Cook them until they are golden brown and a little crispy on the outside. Sprinkle with sea salt. Option number 1, line up your dumplings on a dish. Next, drizzle about 1 to 2 tablespoons of truffle oil over the dumplings. Next, sprinkle on some seasoned salt. I like to use this green herby Krauter salt from Germany. Last, add chopped chives, and you are good to go. This is so delicious. They're warm, crispy on the outside, gooey and cheesy on the inside. Take a look as we cut into one of these. Look at all that flavor that oozes out. Oh, they're so delicious, you guys. And the truffle oil, it just is amazing. Option number 2, a roasted red pepper sauce. Place 2 tablespoons of cooking oil in a frying pan and add 1 cup of roasted red peppers. Simmer on medium-high heat. Add 1 teaspoon of minced garlic and sprinkle in some sea salt. Add a ½ cup of heavy whipping cream into the frying pan and give it a good stir. Next, add a ½ cup of milk and stir again. Then add 1 tablespoon of white cooking wine. Next, blend your sauce until everything is smooth. Allow the sauce to continue simmering until it thickens. Drizzle your sauce over your dumplings, sprinkle on some chives, and you are good to go. Enjoy! Option number 3 is country gravy style. You guys, for this, I took a shortcut. I used a brown beef gravy mix, added water, and then stirred in some heavy whipping cream, just about 1 to 2 tablespoons into the mix. I added a little bit of sea salt, and that was it. And I drizzled this over my dumplings and again sprinkled on some chives, and it was so delicious. And now for our shredded broccoli slaw. This is something I just created and just threw together, but it's such a good change up from your typical boring coleslaw. And we all know that garden salads can get a little boring too, and a little repetitive at our house. So this is a great way to change up your side salad. Hope you like it. Start with 1 bag of shredded broccoli slaw. Dice up a small red onion and add it to your mix. Here's a tip on getting rid of the potent flavor of the onion. I like to soak mine in a bowl of warm salted water for about 5 minutes. Drain the water and toss the onions into your mix. In a blender, add a 1/2 cup of canola oil. Next, add a 1/3 cup of white wine vinegar and a 1/4 cup of water. Next, add a 1/2 tablespoon of onion powder. I recommend with the salt starting with a 1/2 teaspoon and adding a little more as needed, and 2 full tablespoons of white sugar. You can also use honey as a substitute. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of dried parsley. Squeeze the juice of 1/2 of a lemon. Add a teaspoon of fresh grated lemon zest, and we are ready to blend. You might want to double this recipe if you like your slaw extra creamy. Pour the dressing over the slaw. Add some fresh cracked pepper and 3 diced avocados. This is a great way to add some extra creaminess into your slaw. Next, add a 1/4 cup of crumbled bacon. Toss well. Oh, these flavors are so amazing. I hope you enjoy this as much as we did. Now, to celebrate the last weekend of winter, we went up to the mountains to a little place called Oakley and did our annual sledding adventure with our friends, the Pedersons. They have a YouTube channel. It's called House Up on the Mountain. I'll have the link down below. And my friend Christy is the sweetest person ever. It's such a fun channel. They show you what life is like living in the mountains. They live in this cute little cabin. We just love visiting them. We love watching their videos. And my friend Christy is the sweetest person ever. She's so positive and fun, and we always have a really good time when we get together. So last time we got together and did this, one of their snowmobiles broke down. And this time they asked me to drive one of the snowmobiles up the mountain, and I was worried that I would jinx it and maybe it would break again. I had my reservations. They said, no, don't worry about it. It's old anyways. So we took it up the mountain, and I missed the turn where they went, so they told me to go the other way and meet them. And as I was coming up around the bend, I thought I had gone too far, so I went to turn around, and it doesn't have reverse, so I turned it off so I could lift it up and scoot it, and I couldn't turn it back on again. I thought, oh no, surely I've broken it. I jinxed myself. I've broken the snowmobile. And I sat there for quite a while until Christy's husband Josh came and found me stranded, and it turned out it was just out of gas. So simple fix, but nevertheless we had a great time. That is so fun. She's ready for adventure. She's like, I am. This is our new sled I just bought last week.
Nice.
It's all I could find. It's all Walmart had.
It might actually work fairly decent because it's a little frozen. But if not, you guys can try that if it's not going. Go sledding, spring sledding with our friends. The happy lady.
We're happy.
Yes. This is so great. Hayden, if you're going to drive that, just make sure you're driving behind everyone, okay? So that you don't accidentally. And make sure you're not going fast, so if they like stop, you can stop right away, okay?
Okay, are you going to go at the same time as Hayden?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah! Woohoo! And use your feet to brake. Good job, Tatum. Watch where you're going. All right, Camber, show them how it's done. Woohoo! There, he'll show you how it's done. See, just like Dad. There you go.
It's actually kind of a long
Track.
Ooh, her sled's going really good. It's actually kind of a long way down. Do you want to go down? Yeah? I don't know if I'd do that. I'm kind of a big chicken. Oh, look, but they're going down. They're going down. Oh, look at Tatum. He's cruising. He's cruising.
You gotta go on your stomach. The only way.
Where's Manuel?
There we go.
All right, there goes Lindsay. get hot. It gets kind of warm on that metal.
Okay.
Go.
Bye, Nick.
Good at something, but like I've never tried orange chicken, so I didn't want to try it. I haven't turned out terrible.
Oh my goodness, this looks so nice. I love your decorations. That's so cute.
Thanks.
So cute.
Thanks.
Well, you are so sweet.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just love your cute little cabin. It's so cozy.
I know, it is a cozy little cabin. I like it.
I love it.
Like we knew there was like a cliff on one side.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so coming back down, it was kind of scary.
You survived.
Now, is the Alps, do they go run through Germany too? I know they do.
Just the bottom.
Switzerland and Italy. Wow.
Yeah, actually, most people in Bulgaria they speak German.
That's cool.
And hallelujah, spring is finally here. Thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. I will see you next time.